Everyone, it has been almost 2 months since I used this Mate 20 Pro and it has been a different experience overall. So in this video I will be telling you the good and the bad about this phone, and then you can decide if this phone is worth being as your daily driver or not. So without waiting, let's start. Starting with the screen and the design, which is more like Samsung copied, the phone has curved edges on the front and on the back as well, as you could have seen in the previous S8, S7 or the Note models. And this also has a glass front and there's a glass on the back for the wireless charging. And this phone has really thin rails, which looks really great. Somehow this feels a bit different from Samsung, but the design is still the same. And the power button, the different power button, I'm just love with. It has an IP68 water and dust resistant certified. It also has a USB Type-C port, and unfortunately they decided to keep the bottom firing speaker behind the USB port, which wasn't a good move at all. And if you plug this phone in a USB port for charging, there might be a chance that you might listen to less volume and you would need to rely on the front speaker. And if you look on this side, it's completely clean. This is something I really loved. And then there is an infrared on the top, which I haven't used in any of the previous Huawei phones, so this for me would just go for waste, but still a good idea to keep here. And then there's an OLED panel, which is really great. It does get really bright in sunlight and really vibrant colors as well. And then there's a notch on the top, which is using Apple's like 3D face scanning, which is really great. And in my experience, I haven't seen anything bad about this phone. It works really great. The unlocking time is super fast. I'm behind the camera and it works really great as well. So other than the 3D scanner, you're also getting a fingerprint reader put underneath the display, which is really fast. And if you can see, this is super good. I haven't seen any issues while registering my fingerprint or using this at all. And this has been great. If it's just a simple process, and 99% of the times, in fact 100% of the times, this 3D face is usable. But at times if it's not usable, it's really good that Huawei decided to put this feature as well in over here. So I love what Huawei is doing with the smartphones. So if I had to give some scoring, some points to this feature, I will be giving security 10 on 10, I will be giving the design and display 9 out of 10, and then there's another 10 on 10 for the battery. The phone is giving me more than a day's of usage, and around 2 AM at night it still has 40% left in it, and that's when I use it. When I'm using Netflix, I'm using YouTube on this. So that's something which is really great. The other phone that is giving me almost this is the Note 9 with a 4000 mAh battery. So I'm really happy to see that smartphone manufacturers are deciding to put a great battery in flagship phones, which will be giving you sufficient time. There are a lot of battery tests on YouTube, you can see, which will confirm that this is the best battery phone in the market right now. And then other than battery, the thing that I do not use all the time, but it's something essential, is the camera. And this has the best camera in any smartphone in 2018 or launched prior to that. So the P20 Pro was the king of cameras, but in my opinion this has overtaken that, and I've taken some snaps from this. I will be posting that in this video. The picture quality is really great. It has a portrait mode, it has a night mode, so with night mode you can see how good this phone is, and I've zoomed it so much that it's still showing some really great pictures. And this is something every smartphone should have, a great camera, and thumbs up to Huawei for putting such good cameras. If you are a camera person and you need a new phone, then this is the perfect phone for you. And then There are some features. One basic feature which I do not like about this phone is the EMUI. Android can be customized by changing the keyboard, the icons, even the launcher. And I have no issues with the launcher, but I do have an issue with the EMUI. It's a bit childish in my opinion, so the Huawei must work on the EMU as well. And then there's the bloatware. They have put high care and then their own things, mirror, and there are other features, app gallery, so which there are more I have disabled as well. I have deleted some apps as well, which was causing me a lot of issues. Though the phone is really fast, but I do not like my phone messed up with apps all of the time, so I've cleaned them out. This is where Apple wins the competition. They do not put any bloatware. And then if you're using OnePlus, it's or the Google, it's almost the custom Android. So that's also really great. Samsung and Huawei needs to work on this as well. And lastly, when I got this phone 2 months back, I've received 2 security updates for my Note 9 and none for this phone. So I'm not sure if this is just this device or Huawei hasn't launched any security patches for November or December. So this is my experience. Do tell your reviews in the comment section below, and do tell if this phone is worth the money spending. I just might shift back to the Note 9 for some time because of the UI, basically UI and the security concerns. And I might make another video in which I will be telling you the best smartphone as a budget smartphone for this year, a low-end smartphone, and the flagship phone. So do tell if you want me to make that video, and thank you for watching. Till then, bye bye.